Lord Artorial and the First Commander should have returned by now. I know, I was gone at least 3 minutes. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with the Lord Emiliane, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since we last saw him. He wouldn't even speak with me. I tried talking to him. I wanted to see how he was feeling. He wouldn't even talk to me. Wouldn't even look up. Hey guys. My apologies, Meteor. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be a time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emiliane ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive. Others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least. The chirurgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given her impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors drew us away from the hamlet, were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, they have been detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did as its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protests, some people seem disillusioned. I think we gotta do something about... I talked to different people around the city. I think we gotta do something for the general mood. You spoke with them. I see. Sir Aymeric placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy shall too pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Aymeric's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest, Meteor. Will you deliver my report to Lord Commander in my stead? Absolutely. Get up, Emiliane. You're going with him. Go on. Without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honoroy. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honoroy? Honoroy? I could have sworn that he... Well. Wonder what happened to Honoroy. Him running off at a time like that means he either is on our side and was taken, in which case that's scary. Or he's somehow part of it, in which case must be stopped. Those are our choices here. I don't see how this is purely coincidence. What you doing, bud? Oh, you look out of it. You okay?
Oh no, what?
That is not how I've said that.
No, no. What have they done to you? Oh no, what? Oh no, what?
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onuwa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Talk to her? Words? Try words.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Second part is consequences.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
What did we learn? I will take him to the chirurgeons. It is the least I can do. That's right. That's right. Pick him up and get him out of here. I don't know what you expected to happen. Hey, buddy. How's your hand? I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this. But he... well, I don't disagree with you. I'm not upset at your choices there. I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have more important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Very well. Choices. We live with our choices. Let's do this. You can do whatever you want, but you're gonna live with your consequences. He decided to test that by punching somebody that he thought things always work out for them. And guess what? It worked out for them. So, don't think things have always worked out for Thancred, but I do think that punching him, if you believe that life has gone his way, isn't gonna end well.
You're expected, sir. Pray proceed.
Great. Let's do this. Oh, look who it is.
We've received troubling reports from Falcon's Nest. What befell you there?
It was just a series of unfortunate events. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Meteor. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale.
It is rumored that my youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass?
In this case, not much exaggeration. He pretty much screwed the pooch every single way. And he punched Thancred. I think that's the takeaway here.
I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us.
To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to too be taken away. Is it any wonder they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace would be a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Admont, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying it in excess.
A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other delusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in the past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve us to unite us.
No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations, to test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights to watch, and the Watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgardian force filled with the men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nation's finest. Hosted by Ishgard, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever.
Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true. But if we should be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations might be presented as a triumph. Well, you may count on my support, for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have that my son Emilian take part in the grand melee. By his deeds he has brought shame upon Ishgard, and so, by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor.
As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Meteor, would you be so kind as to visit... excuse me. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write the Alliance leaders at once, and begin making arrangements for the Grand Melee.
Should you by chance see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me.
Oh, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. And I shall be drinking and maybe talking to maidens. No problem, Thancred. I thought that's what you said. I wasn't totally sure that's what you said, but I'm pretty sure that's what you said. So that's their solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come to rely so heavily. Will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? I think you might be getting a bit ahead of yourself, Thancred. Yeah, let's take it easy. You say that. Yet here you are. Here we are. This is, after all, the life we chose. In any event, let us not forget that the Ascians sought to profit from this war. To put an end to it is to put an end to their plot, and that, my friend, is ever a worthy cause. So for the grand melee of his, Sir Aymeric wishes to field a force comprising of both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Oh, you wish to see Hilda? You think it'd be a good time for you to go see Hilda? Yes, I just want to see her. You just want to lay eyes on her. Yes, just eyes. Excellent. Well, we should give them some time. She didn't seem to mind Thancred's company. Well met, Meteor. Have you spoken with Sir Aymeric? I have. You're not going to believe what his plans are. We're going to do joint military exercises. I was aware of the Alliance's request. So, Sir Aymeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me a reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Thancred's already macking on Hilda. I mean, planning with Hilda now. He said he wanted to see her. Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Oh. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Not interrupting or anything, am I? Am I? Yes? Thancred's been telling me about Sir Aymeric's grand soiree. Oh, seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, 'cause we ain't dressed to dance with the professional bleeding soldiers. Lucia wrote this to you. Well. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh?
I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suspect we split up and look for him. I will search the foundation, you the pillars. To put that another way, I will stay down here on the Hilda side of Ishgard, and you go on the side that notably does not have Hilda in it.
No problem, Thancred. I got you. Off to the pillars. It's very kind of you to stay down here. If you have any free time, just be sure to keep Hilda company, as it were. Hey, buddy. Do you like my new gear? It's new.
I carried Honora to the manor. Our best chirurgeons are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to awake. But surely he will.
Surely he will. But, you got a big fight coming up.
So father has volunteered me for his grand melee of this. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me.
Nope. You've made plenty of decisions lately. Tone it down a notch.
No, it's not like that. Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the man you want to be. Whereas I...
Assuming things again. You do realize I have to talk to you right now whether or not I wanted to. Agency is such a funny concept.
I am son of House Forton. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do, right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the older order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, or a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice. Which is why I let better men than me make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference, shoot this innocent person with an arrow. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, till your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honora, I wanted to scream. I wanted somebody to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept my father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me this point.
So you're going to bravely back down from duty?
I will go to Sir Emmerich, and I will make my own decision.
Really picked an odd moment to stand up for yourself. Alright. Because it feels like here's your chance to redeem yourself.
Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention?
It's a personal matter. Demands his personal attention.
Oh, I see. Very well then, you may enter.
That's what I thought. Get out of my way, dude. Ask the Warrior of Light if I belong here. What is wrong with you?
Lord Commander, if I may? I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee. Proceed. How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries,
Our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them.
As long as you can stop from shooting them.
Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
Justice feels as if it punches me in the face. Can you sympathize with that feeling?
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the grand melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
And now you understand the same version of agency that our Warrior of Light feels he has every day. The same choice, the same options. Welcome, welcome.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emmerich leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
I assume I have to say yes.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
We would not have come this far were it not for you, Meteor. It has been an honor and a privilege.
Gods help me, I think I might be love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? It was a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This fight is their fight. And yours, but not mine.
Not yours, huh? Sir Emmerich informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and Allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Meteor. We must not fail.
A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against Allied forces. Outside of Cartano, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world.
Spectacle for the ages, huh? Okay. Here we go. Nothing I can do but say yes, I guess. It is kind of weird that I'm going to fight my own Grand Company. And that is true of every single player. Like, there's no way to not fight your own Grand Company, because you had to join one. And even if you want to leave that Grand Company, you can only leave to be in a different Grand Company. So, like, you have to fight your Grand Company here. I'm going to keep leaving you whiny, because I don't remember you being voiced that much before now.
There he is! I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question. Nothing. Never mind. To think that we were mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzean soldiery in battle that I am. Mere? But what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honoroy when he wakes.
Alright. Now, this is instance battle. The suggestion to not do this as a bard is more than fair. I should have my brand new axe too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy.